We're live.
If I could, I'd give you the world, wrap it all around you. Won't be satisfied with just a piece of his heart. My angel, oh angel, you're my angel. Oh, angel, dreams are dreams, some dreams come true. I found the real dream, baby, when I found you. You're so strong, but tender too. My angel, oh angel, you're my angel. Oh angel, love like ours, heaven sent. Each day a day to remember. I feel so safe, feel secure with you, with you. You give me love, keep right on giving, fill me up, baby, with the joy of living. When things get tough, I can always turn to you. You're my angel. Ooh. Oh, angel. Yes, you are. You're my angel. Oh, love the way we touch, I love the way it feels. Every time you're near me, my poor heart just won't keep still. No doubt about it that this love I feel is real. Ask me to go with you, you know I will. Hold me near, hold me tight. Only you can make it real, only you make it alright. Just let me know that I am special to you, my angel. Angel.
Hey, thanks for the super chat, Astro87 and Oak the Goat. I really appreciate you. So I just need about 3 more minutes, right? And we're gonna get started on this conversation. I hope not to be too long. The sweetheart Roshonda Hayward is in the house with your pretty little self. All right, so Queen's DNA, how you doing, lady? So give me 3 more minutes.
If I could, I'd give you the world, wrap it all around you. Won't be satisfied with just a piece of his heart. My angel, oh angel, you're my angel, oh angel. Dreams are dreams, some dreams come true. I found the real dream, baby, when I found you. You're so strong, but tender too. My angel, oh angel, you're my angel, oh angel. Love like ours, heaven sent. Each day a day to remember. I feel so safe, feel secure with you, with you. You give me love, get right on giving. Fill me up, baby, with the joy of living. When things get tough, I can always turn to you. You're my angel. Ooh. Oh, angel. Yes, you are. You're my angel. Oh,
What's happening, y'all? Brother Brandon Sims in the house. I love to see you in the chat. How you doing today, Brendan? All right. So that was my song "Angel," a remix or a cover by Layla Hathaway. Right, one of my favorite songs. Right. So let's go ahead and get started. Right. I watched a few live streams over the last few days and watched a tidbit of a little one earlier today. And let me just let you know what prompted me to make this video today. Right? Brother Garfield, you know what? Hey, everybody in the chat, how y'all doing? Thanks again for those super chats. Astro 87 and Oak the Goat, right? I really appreciate y'all. Y'all come through all the time. The fine ass Roshonda Hayward is up in the house doing her thing. One of the greatest moderators this side of the Mississippi. I ain't been on the other side of the Mississippi, but on this side of the Mississippi, Roshonda Hayward is the GOAT. All right, all right, all right, all right. So check this out. So what motivated me to do this video? I was anticipating this debate today between a brother named Asar Imhotep, a pseudo-linguist, right? And I guess a guy who's well studied in the field. I can't think of his name. It didn't happen. It was canceled, right? So I was waiting for this guy to beat the brakes off of Asar, and he would have. But shit didn't happen for a reason. I want to explain that reason for you guys to understand, because I've told you guys to stop doing this before, right? The guy had already said he went through Asar's books, knew him by his real government name, Harold Johnson, right? Studied some of his works and said this is complete garbage. Just like any expert will say about Asar Imhotep's linguistics, right? I was the first one next to people on the Team Osiris squad to expose Asar Imhotep in his pseudo-linguistics. I said he's teaching false cognates and pseudo-linguistics, and went in on him. I showed everybody how he tried to upload his info about Negro Egyptian language on Wikipedia, and the Wikipedia experts and editors shot him down, said, get this shit up out of here. I showed how Asar Imhotep was in these linguistic groups because I was researching Asar. I was on his ass. I showed how Asar was in these different linguistic groups on Facebook, because me and Asar are Facebook friends also, right? And Asar, because nobody in the community were in these groups, because these are groups with different white scholars and Asian scholars and scholars from the Middle East. They have a bunch of linguistic groups on Facebook. So I said, let me go in these groups and see if Asar is in here. I wanted to know, was Asar spreading his information and talking amongst the experts with it, or he just talking to the conscious community who don't know a shit about linguistics? Not a goddamn thing. I've been in this movement since 1992. And I know for damn sure nobody in this community ever studied or was into linguistics at all. Ever. Until Asar Imhotep came on the scene running his mouth about it. So we all got fooled thinking he knows what he's talking about. But after a while, you can't fool me too long. I get to, shit don't make sense, right? So I bought his book. Hold on. Now let me tell you the history. Let me tell you what triggered it all. When I bought Asar Imhotep's book, Illusia, and I'm going through this big thick book, I said, this is China. This is like Greek to me. I don't have a clue about nothing in here. Because cats always talking about read they books. Read they books. Okay. So when I said, I can't understand this stuff. So one day, I'm in Raw Squad was having a live stream. And before I started to tackle this, I needed to know a few things. I just don't want to in the blind read something. For instance, example, if I'm in a cult, and I don't know, and Dr. York said he wrote a book about something, and I just pick up Dr. York's book and start reading it, I'm going to get brainwashed. Why? Because a person who with a little superior knowledge or more information on something can fool a person who has no information on, who knows nothing about the topic. So I could read a book by Dr. York and be like, damn, this shit sound good. This is deep. It's in a book. And get fooled. Because I had no prior knowledge. So I said, wait a minute. Before I tackle this big ass thick book on a live stream, I supported the brother. Bought his shit. I said, Asar, are you is your stuff peer reviewed, or do other people in the field of linguistics agree with you? Do the scholars disagree with you? He got an attitude because people knowing Chief X, and he knew Chief X. This was 4 years ago. This is way before Black Egypt debunked. Niggas start getting the attitude. Oh, what's the attitude? I'm just asking. I'm supporting you. I brought your book. Right? And all this up and down and flip-flopping and getting nervous and shit. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with SR? At this time, me, the whole entire Amin Ra squad, and me and everybody in the entire conscious community was cool. Nobody was hating on Chief X at this time. No, matter of fact, it was 5 years ago. Nobody was hating on Chief X at this time because I was with the program. And what's the program? Representing Black Egypt. It's tatted all on me. So we got into a little back and forth. And me and Ankh was cool at this time. He's Amin Ra squad leader. So Ankh seen him getting nervous, and Ankh starts to protect Asar Imhotep. And damn near cussed me out. That was the day me and Ankh fell out. It was before Black Egypt. He cussed me out because he was protecting his team member, and he didn't want his team member to seem like he was into some bullshit, because that's a reflection on him. I'm telling you the true story. I would not lie or exaggerate to benefit me. I just want to let you know that you guys got to understand the story. So I said, damn, Ankh was kind of disrespectful to me. So then I got pissed off and I mentioned, hey, Ankh, I gave you some free shit on consignment. A whole case of moringa for you to make some money. Nigga, I was trying to help this cat. I brought that up because 2 years later, after I did that, he never paid me a penny. So for 2 years, I'm like, in my mind, Ankh scammed me, but I'm just letting it go and trying to get along. Go along, get along. You know how we do. And that was the day we fell out. This was a year or two before Black Egypt debunked. So you understand. So I said, I first sat out to debunk Asar. He was the first individual in this whole little small clique we in that I came for. Tore his ass up. I went to these linguist groups on YouTube. Not YouTube, I'm sorry. On Facebook, I'm in these YouTube. I'm searching for Asar in these white, Asian, and linguist group. Put his name in the search bar, and damn, bam! All kind of Asar Imhotep posts pop up. He is having conversations with these guys, but he's not saying the shit that he's talking to the conscious community about. I said, oh, he's bullshitting us, but halfway trying to vibe with them and not saying this same old bullshit. He ain't mentioning no Negro Egyptian at all. He ain't mentioning no, however you pronounce it, Sinyaentu. He ain't mentioning that because he changed the name to that. Because Negro Egyptian was getting this, was a bad look. On Wikipedia, they destroyed that shit. So, they had linguists and language experts in these groups. And I shared the posts of the guys saying, Asar, that's pseudo-linguistics. We have a pseudo linguistics group that would be more fitting for you. The leader of this linguist group, who's a language expert who had a master's degree, told Asar that. So I exposed Asar. I was showing all this. I was showing everybody clown and that shit he was talking about in these linguist groups. So I knew when this guy was going to come on to debate Asar today, he was going to tear his ass up. Talking about Bantu and Sumerian is related. I said he about to eat his ass up. Now, I'm telling you what inspired me to make this. Now, what I keep telling you is you guys have these people on a panel who are immature, irresponsible, and have bad behavior and mental health issues. I don't know why you guys keep ignoring this, but it's a lot of people in this community with mental health issues. For real. So Garfield puts up a pre-debate discussion before the debate today. I said, why did he title it Asar Imhotep such and such debate? He's trying to get some views and he should just title it pre-debate discussion. But Garfield, he always has an agenda bullshitting. So people tuned in and you get these idiots, and an idiot came on the panel, I hear or understand. He took the post down so I didn't get to see. And somebody come up on a panel talking that nonsense, you know how you niggas do, all this old racist BS and shit. I just told y'all last week after you had Karakuni on, the pseudo killers. They did an after show. I said you guys should never have brought this guy named G. Laquan on and these crazy ass niggas, because the expert is going to watch you review the interview. And it's embarrassing when you got these whack jobs on a panel. What expert is want to come on a panel with you guys? I said this just 2 weeks ago to you niggas. It's Garfield's fault that Asar didn't debate, because Garfield was unprofessional and irresponsible. Stop letting people off the hook. Keep that shit real. This guy didn't want to debate Asar because he seen the chat was a bunch of nutcases in this pre-debate. And then he seen the people he brought on the panel was whack jobs. Oh, I can't help who I bring. No, you can help who you bring on a panel. You shouldn't have had a panel before the debate. You know nutcases is going to come on the panel talking dumb shit. It's your fault the debate didn't happen, Garfield. You're running your own program. Run your shit more responsibly. God damn. And she on the panel, I guess she's talking black power and all this old dumb shit. And then they get into this racist shit when it's a topic not even about racial shit. Oh my God. So that inspired me to make this video today because it pissed me off. And I said, let me call these folks out. Because Asar come on the panel and acting like the guy just ran. He didn't really want to debate me. He got scared and ran. No, he didn't. Certain people do not want to be associated with fuck shit. And the white boy did not want to be associated with y'all fuck shit. This is what I'm telling y'all. So we have experts on. Cara Cooney came on, expert. I like her, but I told people before Cara Cooney came on months ago, never have her on. Although she's a nice lady, nothing against her, she placates folk, and I'm going to show you why. We're going to get an understanding. You guys need to consult me to get a better understanding of things. I'm a little more wiser than you, and I can see through shit. You know why? Peace, Rush, S. Rush. And I said, Cara Cooney and Razib Khan. I had put information about Razib Khan up a year ago. Because Razib Khan agrees with me and has an issue with Afrocentrics. This is why Razib Khan is willing to come on, because he really can't wait to battle Afrocentrics. But he came on to kind of halfway see where you niggas was coming from. I'm trying to tell you. Cara Cooney, guess what? You guys don't pay attention. I said she placates you guys and soft foots with you guys. You know why? Because Cara Cooney is familiar with Afrocentrics. Because why? Afrocentrics have used her and clipped her up over the years. So she's familiar with you guys and she sees you. So she low key wants to come on and deal with you. Mainly why? Cara Cooney used to teach at Howard University, HBCU. So Cara Cooney is friendly with you blacks. She understands you Afrocentric. Let me show you what I mean. I don't want to just be talking. Let me see if it pops up on my tablet. Okay, here we go. Let me show you.
And I learned more about race appropriation, ethnic appropriation.
Now, she says she learned more about it. Where did you learn more about it? Who triggered you, Cara? Why are you so Afrocentric friendly and want to go back and forth? Because she had to be nice with y'all because she's been nice with people at Howard University, an HBCU. And she's been battling niggas in her classes. So she's learned how to curtail her words. Listen.
Race appropriation, ethnic appropriation during that time period when I was co-curator at LACMA in 2005 than any other. Even arguably more than when I taught at Howard University for a year in 1999. Even arguably more than when I taught at Howard University for a year in 1999. Even arguably more than when I taught at Howard University for a year in 1999.
Bam.
2000.
Okay. Okay. Now, you see why? She's been working at HBCUs. She's a leftist type woman. I told y'all before, I said if it was back in the day, she would be an abolitionist. This is why I said don't have Cara Cooney on, because I knew you guys should have asked me, because I told you 3 months before you had Cara Cooney on. She's going to placate you. She's been placating niggas since 1999 when she was teaching at Howard University at a HBCU. She's familiar with Afrocentrics and black folk. You get it now? She's a little biased towards y'all's feelings. You get it? She's been hearing you niggas cry and complain about ancient Egypt forever. She knows about Dr. Ben and all this old shit. So she figures she'll slide in. So this is why Afrocentrics have her on. This is why she's familiar and wants to come on. This is why Razib Khan wants to come on and came on. He's been debating you niggas forever. Watch. Let me show you that. You know what? I'll wait to get to... Let me just say it. Razib Khan, who was on, is sick and tired of Afrocentrics. That's why he came on. So, you got two people who are experts who came on who are very familiar with Afrocentrics and really want to battle y'all. But what you have to do is to make it plain. You can't have Razib Khan coming on and then he sees this guy's name is Brother Ankh. Oh! In Razib Khan's mind, Ankh is an Afrocentric. Or why would his name be Brother Ankh? So in Razib Khan's mind, he sees Garfield and Ankh as Afrocentrics. I'm going to show you him talking about Afrocentrics. I show and prove all things. So he even light-footed a little bit, although he was more real than everybody else. I like Razib Khan. I used him a year ago on a video. Now, you guys have to get that understanding. Now, guess why no other experts? Guess why these hardcore niggas, I'm sorry. Guess why these other experts have never came on? Guess why Sinetta has never have had experts? Guess why people never had a real nutritionist with a bachelor's degree or master's degree come on? Because the conscious community prefers to have Brother Polite talk to you about health and nutrition, or some fool-ass lying herbalist tell you about sea moss and talk all this old anti-science shit to y'all. See what happened years ago? All these so-called elders has been lying to you, but for decades, they wanted to remove the experts out you niggas' way. So they can have you. So they can get your money. You got to knock the government. You got to knock doctors and PhDs and people with MDs. You got to knock them and say, hey, they lying to you. The government's trying to kill you. They don't know what they talking about. If you eat this, then that. All this old bullshit. They got to knock them so you can listen to them. So Dr. Sebi, Layla Africa, what's the lady's name? Queen of Four says, get them people out the way. They're lying to you. Dr. Phil Valentine, I'm for you. Queen of Four, I'm for you. Dr. Sebi, I'm for you. And here y'all is, yeah, Black Jesus, you heal the blind, you do all. And here y'all is excited about these charlatans. Thinking they got your back. Black power. And all the while, you're in a cult. All the while, they hotep hustling you. All the while, they taking your money and purposely miseducating you. It's not an accident. It's not, oh, they think this. Them motherfuckers know better. Inky. Thanks, Rashonda Hayward. Inky all in your face. Talking about health. When has a real qualified credentialed nutritionist, a dietitian, ever been in your face? Never. So the community has a history of removing credentialed people, professional people out their way so frauds can get at you. Do you understand the mind? You guys don't understand. I got to tell people this because they don't understand it. Yeah, niggas is not wise enough to figure this puzzle out. So, it's a craze in the conscious community all over, all on Facebook, all my Facebook friends. CMOS, CMOS. And guess what? No nutritionist, no dietitian, and no MD ever recommended you niggas drink CMOS. Then why are you drinking CMOS? CMOS is the most overrated health fad in the history of black folk. But Polite said drink it. Dr. Sebi said drink it. Red and Blue Pill in New York. All these niggas is pumping up CMOS. And here you niggas is, yeah, CMOS. When has a professional said take some fucking CMOS? You got brainwashed. In every field of education. So I came around and said, all these niggas is lying to y'all. Oh, nigga, fuck you, Chief X. Fuck. For years, even before Black Egypt, all you chakra princesses, Queen of Fools running a cult. Queen of Fools, you don't need no motherfucking man. Kundalini, chakra, meditation, you do it. Got you all these women crazy. So I come along, niggas start getting mad at me because Chief X is coming too real. He's telling too much truth. No, no, no. Then Black Egypt jump off. Crazy. You niggas owe me apologies. After today, I'm going to go through and tell you how all these people, every expert you have on, 100% agrees with me, and I'm going to show you out their mouth. Let's just get started. I may rant a little bit through this, but it's for a purpose. It's for you to get an understanding. We are at war. What we are at war for? For the minds of our people. For proper education. Now, people throw around this word scientific literacy way too fucking much. Man, come on, chill, calm down. Yes, we want to be on point and into science. Like a long time ago, people have been scientific literacy. I'm a science advocate. And niggas who's saying that is talking yin yang. Listen, I had to tell Brother Ankh a long time ago. This is why he don't say it no more. Then they changed to enthusiast. I'm a science enthusiast. Then they changed it. You know why? Because Chief X had to tell Ankh, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. You're not a science advocate. This is what he should say for years. And it went over people. I said, you niggas are not science advocates. You know what a science advocate is? People on Capitol Hill funding and what do they call it? Damn, I forgot the word. Lobbying. People on Capitol Hill, people on politics, lobbying for certain science projects to go down. Politicians say, for instance, let me give you an example. We want to get some funding to go towards a trip to the moon. So we lobby for funding. We lobby and do these different things politically to make this happen. We try to get funding for this. We try to get funding for that. And those are called science advocates. We're not doing none of that motherfucking shit. We don't work on Capitol Hill. I'm not no science advocate. But niggas didn't understand what a science advocate is. Look it up. Don't believe me. So when I told Ankh that, he stopped saying it. He never said it no more. But these are people who are talking about scientific literacy, but they don't even understand the terms they're saying. Go look up the definition of a science advocate. You're going to say, oh, this ain't me. Why was I ever saying that? But you expect me to believe and listen to these type of niggas. Somebody put tantric sex perverts. I'm not sure if he's talking to me or just being funny or talking to somebody in the chat. But since you said that, yeah, realize. Guess the people who's all fucked up in this. No. Let me say it this way. The people who's big time in this community who was into tantric sex and talking that tantric sex shit. I told people years ago, any man, a male in this community talking about tantric sex, he's into little boys and girls too. He's into sexual abuse and all kind of foul, sick shit. Polygyny and all that shit. Guess who the two niggas in our community who was into polygyny deeply and teaching it, and both of these niggas was teaching tantric sex? Polite and Nature Boy. Guess where both of these niggas is at right now? Prison. Don't ever listen to a nigga talking about tantric sex. He's a motherfucking sexual deviant. Oh, how you know that? I'm wiser than you niggas. Both niggas who was big time polygyny pushers are in prison for fucking with minors and young women. Am I lying? The nigga who wrote the book on tantric sex, what's his name again? Tahuti, the rapper. Y'all remember Tahuti, the rapper? Not the Tahuti in New York, Sinetta's friend. He's in jail too, but Black Woman is God. Yeah, he's in jail too. He's in prison too, but I'm not talking about that Tahuti. I'm talking about Tahuti. What's his name? One of his, I can't think of the last name, but Tahuti. Been on Blue. He wrote a black book on tantric sex. Hold on. When y'all see his face, you'll know. Hold on. Let me go right here and show you. I know I'm off on a limb right now, but bear with me. It's going to all come together. I got to show you this. You got to know. How does he spell it? Patah Tahuti. There it go. I got it. I got it. Let me come back to y'all and let me share. Right here, my Facebook friend. Matter of fact, I used to go to RBG Family Weekend in Texas. And I gave this nigga an award. You see his name right here. Patah Tahuti. That's his name. I had it backwards. Y'all know him, the rapper. I gave him an award in Texas on stage because he had the best conscious rap song of the year to me. At RBG Family Weekend, we used to have an award ceremony for conscious rapper and whatever else. This that nigga. Be on Blue and Red Pills. Be on that channel Black Magic. You know them niggas. Them pseudo niggas. Phil Valentine and all these people. Guess what he's at right now? He's in prison in Delaware. Why? Because he molested his girlfriend's 9-year-old daughter. You see the book in his hand? That's the book all them niggas been reading about tantric sex. He wrote it. This is not hard to look up. I had to go to the nigga Instagram page. The nigga has friended 1,000 underage girls. What is a grown man doing friend requesting a bunch of underage girls? Because he's a pedophile. This is why this nigga's in prison. This is the Blue and Red Pills friends. These are people up under Queen Afua. All this old sick shit. These are niggas y'all been listening to. Failed rappers. Failed entertainers. Low-key cult leaders. And nobody in the community told you that but me. Look it up. Okay, so my point is, you niggas got a bunch of creeps in your face. And they taking you off course. Let's go with this thing. I didn't talk too much and went off on a limb. All right, where we at? Okay, so I said the modern day Egyptians are the ancient Egyptians. Niggas had a fit. Oh, Chief X tripping, fuck you. Chief X is gay. Chief X is this and that. Chief X is on crack. The nigga crazy. Didn't nobody say, stop talking about Chief X like that. Niggas owe me apologies. I said the modern day Egyptians are the ancient Egyptians. I got a video on TikTok with 1 million views where people have clipped up me saying that, and this shit has gone viral. Now, you got niggas on YouTube like Mr. Imhotep who watched it. Kalua Man who watched it, and they got videos asking, are the modern day Egyptians the ancient Egyptians? Guess where they got that from? Guess who they fighting against? They fighting against me. I said that shit and proved that shit. So you guys are fighting against me, and I'm trying to help black folk educate themselves. I'm trying to fight against people like Mr. Imhotep. And you guys were never any help to me. But all of a sudden, 2 and 3 years later, after Black Egypt debunked, now half of y'all is on my goddamn side. Y'all filtering over to what I was saying. I've been taught you niggas that. You didn't need Razib Khan. I told you exactly everything Razib Khan said, and we're going to show you. I told you everything Karakuni said, and I'm going to show you. I said they're Mediterranean people. Razib says it too. Karakuni says it too. Oh, Mediterranean. Oh, niggas had a heart attack when I said they were Mediterranean people. I said North Africans is Mediterranean people. North Africa is Mediterranean Africa. You got Sub-Saharan Africa. Oh, niggas went crazy. Ankh and Smash Rockwell got together to debate me 3 years ago on if it's a thing about Mediterranean people, because nobody in the conscious community ever before me threw the Mediterranean angle at you. I knew because I was studying shit in North Africa years ago, when I was debunking Moors years ago, when I was debunking Native Americans years ago. I knew 3 years before I made Black Egypt debunk them Egyptians wasn't black, but I didn't have the balls to come out with it. And finally one day I said fuck it, because I got upset with a bunch of people and I seen the community was going a certain way, and I said these people are just some crazy nutcases. Fuck them. I'm coming for them all. Dr. Ben's a liar. Anthony Browder's a fraud. He's a liar. Layla Africa videos exposing Layla Africa's a liar and a fraud. Infodishi's a liar and a fraud. Dr. Phil Valentine, I got videos on all these niggas. I came for them way before Black Egypt. But I'm building enemies doing this because I'm coming too strong and too real. Let's be real. This is where the hate is coming from. But now, the cream always rises to the top. Now people are seeing. Now people are talking about Phil Valentine because Chief X did first. Now people are saying these niggas is crazy. Infoduci's over here selling crystals and talking about kundalinis and chakras. I was saying that shit on Facebook 10 years ago. So we got videos 4 years, 3 years ago with the entire pseudo squad except Chevron and Corey was fighting against Mediterranean, was fighting against these things. All of a sudden they get it. Niggas owe me cash apps. Niggas owe me apologies. And you niggas need to say, hey, Brendan, you need to say, you guys owe Chief X apologies. Just come real with these niggas. Chief X been right. Chief X been saying this. Let's go. This video right here, let me share my screen. Oops. This video I had here is a year ago. You can't say shit because niggas is in the chats on these videos. This video right here is titled Ancient Egyptians Genetics, the Mediterranean Truth with the Experts. Oops. You see? It says with the experts. Who's the experts? I have right here in my what they call it, in the description, modern day Egyptians are the ancient Egyptians, says the experts in science. Today we listen to the master teacher Razib Khan, the guy who they just interviewed 2 days ago, discuss population genetics in reference to the ancient Egyptians and their genetic origins. You see that? Now, I think Garfield interviewed him before, but I don't know if it was before here or not. But they had a different angle then. I'm telling you here and showing you that Razib Khan agrees with me 100%, and I'm going to show you. I called him a master teacher. Why? Because he is. Now, people today was questioning, is Razib Khan an expert? Does he have a degree in genetics? No, his degree is not in the genetics. His degree is in biology. But we're going to show you who he is. He's a writer for population genetics for people in the field of science who teach genetics and who are geneticists. They're all familiar with him. Okay? Now, let me make this smaller. When I brought him out, the next day, guess what happened? Chef Madness come on the scene, keeping it real, and said he made this video right here. It's one of my favorite thumbnails he made. You see on the right, it says Chief X drops a bombshell geneticist interview on ancient Egyptians. The video on the right. This is from Chef Madness channel, which is now called the Carnivorous Podcast. Go subscribe. Okay? He made that video because I dropped down some heat with Razib Khan. Chef Rain backed me, and Corey was on here, and Ankh and everybody else was arguing us down about what Razib Khan says. Me, Chef, and Corey was on Razib Khan's side. Everyone was against him and me. And guess what? 2 days ago, here go Ankh with Razib Khan interview. See how shit work? You see how shit work? Niggas need to apologize. I'm not just talking. Now let's go. Where do I want to start? The entire screen. He's an expert. I just want to show you his wiki page and just show you, you know what I mean. He has a wiki page. Razib Khan, right? I'm just going to explain how Razib Khan is an expert and how the experts agree with me. But first, I got to show you he is an expert. Let's go. Life and education. Khan was born in Dhaka, Bangladesh, right? He's in. Wait, I think I missed something. Razib Khan, right? Oops. He has a wiki page. Razib Khan. So anyway, Razib Khan, as you see in his wiki, he has a bachelor's degree in biology, and he has a bachelor's degree in biochemistry, and he has attended grad school, meaning he was going for his master's. I don't know if he finished his master's, but he was going for it. But he has 2 bachelors in biochemistry and biology. He's an expert. And they have fields in biology where you study what? Population genetics. And what? He was a writer for population genetics. He's read every expert and he writes. Everyone in the fields knows Razib Khan for this. Let's go. Khan, right? Life and education. Khan was born in Dhaka, Bangladesh, right? He's in Bangladesh, but moved to the United States at the age of 5. His family is Bengali Muslim, from a district of eastern Bangladesh, right? Okay. I just wanted to show you his education. So he grew up at the University of Oregon. He completed his bachelor's in science in biochemistry in 2000. He got another bachelor's he completed
a Bachelor of Science in Biology in 2006, right? He did graduate work at the University of California, Davis, right? So a lot of people really like this guy. He's highly touted, right? In 2002, he co-founded a blog called Gene Expression, right? He's basically a geneticist, right? Which discussed technical and social issues of genetics, right? So he is into what? Let me just make this big so you guys can see. He's the perfect individual. He is into what it says here? Let me see. Oops. He's a writer in what? Population genetics. Okay? What is population genetics? Population genetics. Let me just blow this up so we can all see and read together. I like to show and prove and be clear, right? I got it too big. Okay. Population genetics is a subfield of genetics that deals with genetic differences within and among populations, okay? The population we're talking about is ancient Egypt, right? Among populations, and is part of the evolutionary biology. And is part of evolutionary biology. Studies in this branch of biology, as you know, he has a degree in biology. Hold on, yeah.
Okay, so in his branch of biology, they have evolutionary biology and they talk about population genetics. This is why he's well read on that. Okay, now let me fast forward because I got a phone call in this video. I just want you to see his credentials, okay? Now,
We're gonna hold on, yeah. Already? Over there.
oops, hold on, y'all. Let me get to my timestamp. Okay, here we go.
All right, let's get cracking again. Okay, so I'll just read the definition of population genetics. Population genetics is a subfield of genetics that deals with genetic differences within and among populations and is part of the evolutionary biology. Studies in this branch of biology, examine such phenomenon as adaptation, speciation, and population structure, right? Population genetics was a vital ingredient in the emergence of the modern evolutionary synthesis. Okay, so I just wanted to give you a definition, right? Razib Khan, who we're listening to, has spoken on, and has spoke on subjects that people have been speaking on without the experts, right? People have been speaking on this human pigmentation, the genetics and evolution of human shades, right? That's something I'm not talking about. Skin color and variations of skin color. People were talking about that to throw you off, to play word games, light skinned and dark skinned, to confuse you. They don't know if you're talking about a Caucasoid or Asian or sub-Saharan African. I mean, so I'm just letting you know Khan speaks on these subjects. If you want to go watch this, that would be probably good for you color focused people. The science of color, basically. Human pigmentation, the genetics and the evolution of human shades, okay? Khan speaks on that. This is his lane. This right here we'll be watching a brief clip on. It says right here, Khan speaks on this, is race a social construct, as you see, right? That's just a thumbnail, right? The title of that lecture on Coleman Hughes' YouTube channel, Genes, Race, and History with Razib Khan. That's Razib Khan and Coleman Hughes having a conversation. Coleman Hughes has a intellectual YouTube channel. Anyone that's on Coleman Hughes' YouTube channel, anyone he interviews, is a bad boy.
Pause. I said that Razib Khan is a bad boy. That's why Coleman Hughes has him on there. Everybody in the world of academia knows Razib Khan has been a badass motherfucker in regards to genetics and biology. He's a writer in the field.
In whatever subject he's talking about, or Coleman Hughes would never have him on. Let's be clear. Okay? So, let's move on from this. Brief clip there. I got it keyed up.
Look like, because people are upset that she is Egyptians are upset that
I'm just leading up because this would just spawn this part of this conversation. He asked, "What did Cleopatra look like?" So the geneticist is going to speak to it, and then he's going to give you a little brief shout about the genetics of the ancient Egyptians. Right? Let's just hear it. So I'm just about 3 minutes, real quick.
that she's being portrayed by a black woman, and not even a particularly dark-skinned
Yeah, she's a
black woman.
mixed race British black woman.
Yeah. So what did she look like?
Uh-oh. He used the word black. The expert said black, huh? Yep. Karakuni said black. Yep, I can show that. All the experts say black. We know who black folk is. Both these intellectuals know who black folk is. Niggas is playing dumb today. But let's go. If Razid Khan can say black, so can I.
Yeah, well, we know what she's a
Black
mixed
woman.
race British black woman.
Yeah. So what did she look like?
Yeah, well, we know what she looked like because there was a bust that was created when she was being held. I think that was when she was held hostage in Rome under Caesar. And there's like coins. She looked like a Balkan woman. I think there's like records of her having maybe auburnish hair. She had like a big nose, like not necessarily even a Roman nose, but just like a big nose. Just pretty Balkan features. Most of her ancestry, we know what it is. She's Macedonian, Greco-Macedonian is maybe the way you want to say it. And then she has a little bit of Iranian ancestry through her Seleucid and Pontic
And to this
lineage.
point, would she look more like a person from that region today? Or
Yeah,
has
she would
that,
look like a
has
person
that
from
look
Greece. Is what
changed?
I think she would look like a person from Greece.
Like a
honestly.
woman from Greece.
Yeah, I mean, 80% of the ancestry of the Levant dates to 1800 BC. I'm saying 1800 BC very specifically because there are some ancient DNA remains from the port of Sidon, and you take those people and you like substitute them into modern Middle Eastern people, and it's like 80%. Okay, 20% is new stuff. So that's why I say numbers like this and with specific
Pause. 80%. Let's hear that again.
dates. Sidon, and you take those people and you like substitute them into modern Middle Eastern people, and it's like 80%. Okay, 20% is new stuff. So that's why I say numbers like this and with specific dates. We have ancient DNA. I have a date. I give you a date. And I give you the percentage based on the calculation, right?
Yeah.
And so, the issue with Cleopatra is like it's not controversial. She's known. This is just American ideology infecting history. The reason I get angry about it is like there's a lot of history we don't know. And there's history we do know. This is history we really know. So you're just making stuff up.
Yeah.
And like most people, you want to say like, oh, well, they'll know the truth. Like they don't know the truth. And a lot of the Afrocentric stuff, the Hotep stuff, is starting to like bleed.
Hold on. He's clowning Afrocentric stuff. He said the Hotep stuff. You guys are known for being bullshitters. You guys are known for being bullshitters. He said most of the Afrocentric stuff, the Hotepers.
Pause now. Pause. This is what I mean when I was opening up. I'll tell you, he's very familiar with Afrocentrics. He's very familiar with y'all bullshit. He call y'all Hotepers. He know you guys are cultural appropriators.
Let's go.
They'll know the truth. Like they don't know the truth.
Clowning
you want to say like, oh, well, they'll know the truth. Like they don't know the truth. And a lot of the Afrocentric stuff, the Hotep stuff, is starting to like bleed. They'll know the truth. Like they don't know the truth. And a lot of the Afrocentric stuff, the Hotep stuff, is starting to like bleed.
Hold on. Let's go.
They'll know the truth. Like they don't know the truth. And a lot of the Afrocentric stuff, the Hotep stuff, is starting to like bleed into the regular discourse. And it's like, I don't really care. Like if like, you can think whatever you want to think, like you shouldn't take it seriously, right? But then like intelligent people are taking it seriously now.
Right.
So it's like, what do we do about this? So the Egyptians
So he said intelligent people are taking it serious now. What these Hotepers are doing and how they're misinforming. So it's time to really address this shit. That's what he said.
So guess what? That's why he's on, letting y'all interview it. He's sick of you niggas. He wants to address it. Bring him on for an interview because he got balls. And that's exactly what happened. But no other experts is fucking with y'all except these people who got a vendetta with you Afrocentrics. You get it now? I brought you Razib Khan. And niggas fought me tooth and nail behind him.
and they know that she's Macedonian too. Like they have a whole history, and I have a post about ancient Egyptian DNA. Basically, like modern Egyptians, like they're mostly from ancient Egypt. They have a lot more sub-Saharan African ancestry than they did in the past, and that's because the Islamic period brought in a lot of that.
Right.
You know, Egyptian DNA. Basically, like modern Egyptians, like they're mostly from ancient Egypt. They have a lot more sub-Saharan African.
Bam! When I tell y'all asses years ago, the modern Egyptians are the ancient Egyptians. He just said it just now. Did you hear him? You see the title of this video? All the experts say Chief X is right.
Ancestry than they like modern Egyptians, like they're mostly from ancient Egypt. They have a lot more sub-Saharan African ancestry than they did in the past, and that's because the Islamic period brought in a lot of that. Ancient Egyptian DNA. Basically, like modern Egyptians, like they're mostly from ancient Egypt. They have a lot more sub-Saharan African ancestry than they did in the past, and that's because the Islamic period brought in a lot of that.
Right.
You know? Egyptian DNA. Basically, like modern Egyptians, like they're mostly from ancient Egypt. They have a lot more sub-Saharan African ancestry than they did in the past, and that's because the Islamic period brought in a lot of that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And then there's also some northern ancestry, like the Mamelukes were mostly Kipchak Turks and Circassians. But
Yeah. So I mean, I remember
Pause. What he said was the ancient Egyptians are, the modern Egyptians are the ancient Egyptians. I got a video right now on TikTok. It's on Instagram. It's on YouTube that has gotten about 2 million views. With me saying the modern day Egyptians are the ancient Egyptians. The expert population geneticist, the expert who speaks on genetic populations just co-signed me and agreed, because that's exactly who they are. The ancient Egyptians never disappeared. This is not Chief X's wild idea. This is what the experts are telling you. Now, this same man has this blog I want to show you. Let me share my screen again. He wrote about this. Let me blow it up so you can see. And this is the title. It says Ancient Egyptians, Black or White.
Pause. Now, this is a blog by Razib Khan. He's asked the question, are ancient Egyptians black or white? Then he goes into a big write-up about it. Why? Because he's a writer on population genetics. He's an expert. Let's go.
This population genetics master wrote a whole article about it. And when you scroll down, I don't want to go through this whole article, but you can check it out when you can. It's ancient Egyptian, find it.
I'm going to skip forward because I don't want to play this whole thing.
Blow this up so we can. Oh, but it's basically saying the same thing. So with this article is a difference. You can see this DNA show the nens way. You guys can see in color they're Mediterranean people. No.
Now, pause. I was just skipping through this, showing you a few points. You guys can go back and look at this if you want to just read this whole article. But he's telling you what? Mediterranean populations. I wasn't spewing that out my ass. North Africa is Mediterranean populations. Everyone in academia knows that. Everyone knew it except the conscious community. Let's go.
Eastern Mediterranean populations. No surprise. So when I say they're Mediterranean people, this geneticist, this expert agrees with me. I said the modern day Egyptians are the ancient Egyptians. I also say they're Mediterranean people. He agrees with me. Neolithic Eastern Mediterranean populations is no surprise. I'm sorry, it has nothing to do with sub-Saharan Africans. Okay? So, if you want to check that article out, conversation literally about the study, the DNA study of the Abusir mummies. I've never heard two experts just sit down and talk about that, besides people on YouTube in the conscious community running their mouth and they know nothing about it really. So it's about a 30-minute discussion that these two guys are having. But let's go.
I'm not going to play this discussion. I'm just going to show you where to listen to it at.
BC.
This discussion is a podcast. It's called Ancient Egyptian Genetics, that Razib Khan and Spencer, who's a geneticist, have a discussion about. You should listen to it. I played this whole video, but I'm not going to play it now. They agree with Chief X. Okay? Go check it out. It's called Ancient Egyptian Genetics. I forget his website, but you can put in Razib Khan and Ancient Egyptian Genetics, and this whole podcast talk will come up between two geneticists. Okay? So let's move on. Now, here's me, damn near 3 years ago. I've been saying this forever. The title of this video on YouTube is called The Modern Day Egyptian is Ancient Egyptian. And everyone went nuts. Mr. Imhotep and such of these other people with these huge channels be getting 1 million views on social media. He asked the same question. That question came from me. They are fighting against me, and you guys never were any help. I've been in this fight alone until recently. Because you niggas had agendas. You niggas was jealous. You niggas never wanted to admit that you've been wrong all your life. Like I admitted, I was wrong all my life. And I woke up and had the balls to tell it. Watch. The modern day Egyptian is the ancient Egyptian. Paul, see, you didn't need Razib Khan to tell you that. I told you that, and then you could have said, "Oh, okay, let me check it out," and knew. Let's go. Period. People don't disappear. Nobody left their land. This is way in COVID time. You see my mask around my neck? This was during COVID time. Disappeared. Whenever someone was conquered, all of sub-Saharan Africa was conquered, chopped up, and divvied out. Every single one of those sub-Saharan Africans, the Ghanaians, the Nigerians, everybody in Kenya, everybody in the whole of sub-Saharan African is still there, although they were conquered. They didn't disappear. 4,000 Egyptians, 4,000 Arabs only invaded Egypt. They didn't change the population that was millions there already. They only invaded Egypt. They didn't change the population that was millions there already. They didn't. Egyptians never ever disappeared. Pause. People clip this up. All kind of people from North Africa, people all around the world clip this video up, and it has about 2 million views on 3 different places. Okay. Do the experts agree with you, Chief X? Well, let's see. Let's see what Cara Cooney has to say.
So that's it's interesting to ask why there are all of these claims of the ancient Egyptians, but what I'd like to do today right now is to think a little bit more about.
Hold on, let me get to it. Hold on.
Taken away so that everyone can claim Nefertiti. That's pretty interesting. A European product of incest, same whitish European with a tan kind of skin. And then there's appropriations from the other side. So there's an Afrocentrist perspective that you have to claim it and then you get a darker skin color applied to the ancient Egyptians than the other side. So there's a kind of skin. And then there's appropriations from the other side. So there's an Afrocentrist perspective.
Yep. What did she say? She said the same thing that Razib Khan said about you Afrocentrists and Hoteps. You niggas been appropriating. She worked at Howard. She taught at an HBCU, Howard University, in 1999. She's been familiar with you Afrocentric lion. And this is why she's Afrocentric friendly. She taught niggas at a HBCU. She's a leftist.
Perspective that you have to claim it and then you get a darker skin color applied to the ancient Egyptians than they necessarily had. And there's an attempt to claim Egypt as a tool of power for sub-Saharan communities. It works the same way. So, and Egypt doesn't want to fit into either, which is pretty interesting because
yeah, she said you niggas is trying to make them sub-Saharan.
They're for sub-Saharan communities necessarily had Afrocentrist perspective, and then there's appropriations from the other side. So there's an Afrocentrist perspective that you have to claim it, and then you get a darker skin color applied to the ancient Egyptians than they necessarily had. And there's an attempt to claim Egypt as a tool of power for sub-Saharan communities.
Yep. Brother Reggie, Asar Imhotep, Brother Ankh, and all these people, Dr. Ben, for a tool of power. You niggas wanted to empower yourselves and act like you had something to do with the ancient Egyptians. She knows it. I know it. The experts agree with me.
It works the same way. So, and Egypt doesn't want to fit into either, which is pretty interesting because they're there on the crossroads between the sub-Saharan world and between the West Asian, European, Mediterranean world, and between the West Asian, European, Mediterranean world.
Oh, the experts said they're part of the Mediterranean world, huh? Oh, who told you that? Be real. Everybody say, you know what, Chief X, we apologize.
They're North African. And the study that I like to go to the most, this is a study from about 5 years ago, and I'll Google it and put it in the notes. But it's a National Geographic study that it looked at the DNA of the current population of Egypt. sampling that population. Obviously, they're not doing DNA of every single person in Egypt, but doing a sampling and comparing it to other parts of Africa, West Asia, and Europe. And it's amazing that that population in Egypt is not Arab. Arab invasion of Egypt in the 7th century was an elite replacement, not a replacement of the entire population.
Oh, who told you that? I said they never disappeared. I told you in that video before I played there's only 4,000. Kick them, Karakuni, let their ass know.
A replacement of maybe the top 5% of the population. And the people in Egypt today are North African, and they share a genetic similarities with Libya, Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco. This is what the people of Egypt are most connected to, which...
Oh, you say so, huh? Let's hear that again.
And the people in Egypt today are North African, and they share a genetic similarities with Libya, Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco. This is what the people of Egypt are most connected to, which
So they're most connected to, not y'all black ass. Huh? Oh, the Afrocentrics didn't play this part, Darrell. They skipped all over this.
the population of Egypt in the 7th century was an elite replacement, not a replacement of the entire population. Only a replacement of maybe...
The expert told you just now the ancient Egyptians, they never went nowhere. They wasn't replaced by no Arabs. I've been telling y'all forever that the ancient Egyptians are only 17% Arab. Those are not Arabs in Egypt. They have Arab culture now because of the sword of Islam.
The top 5% of the population. And the people in Egypt today are North African, and they share a genetic similarities with Libya, Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco. This is what the people of Egypt are most connected to, which should make sense, right? There has been extraordinary misuse of genetic studies, and the one that...
Now, she didn't say that when she was being interviewed by y'all, because she sees y'all as Afrocentrics. When she see a black man with the name Brother Ankh, she say, oh, he's an Afrocentric. Let me lightfoot with they ass. I know how to deal with them because I taught at Howard at an HBCU. So let me lightfoot around them because an instructor, a professor, a teacher don't want to piss off students. So they have to kind of cater to them students so their students are like them. She don't want to go hard at Howard University students and say, no, you niggas ain't no Egyptians. Ancient Egyptians ain't black. So she used the color game and placates and does all this shit. Now you get it? I'm the wise man here. Let me tell you how it goes. Okay. Let's get back. For you to think otherwise means you are brainwashed by Afrocentrics. The modern day Egyptians you see there right now today, July the fucking 8th, whatever the date it is, 2021, is the Egyptians that was there in ancient times. I gave you a damn date. This is 3 years later. 67% of their DNA is of the ancient Egyptians. Everybody in the geographical location today was in the same geographical location thousands of years ago, 10,000 years ago. The Native Americans of today in the Americas is the same Native Americans that was there 10,000 years ago. This what niggas is lying to you about. When did the Egyptians ever write or say that they dispersed and left and went to other lands? When was this? Why are Afrocentric people lying on the ancient Egyptians? Show me when they said they dispersed and left the land and disappeared. When was this? You can't show that. They never disappeared. See, Afrocentrics would want you to believe, would like you to believe that the ancient Egyptians just poof and disappeared and dispersed somewhere, and maybe, which is not true, went to West Africa or Central Africa and just left the fucking land. It's total bullshit. The modern day Egyptian is the ancient Egyptian. Now, you have people who filtered there doing business, doing trade, and working. Those are the people who filtered there. They're not the ancient Egyptian or the modern day Egyptian. Egypt has a spot specifically for displaced Nubians. And you will see that in my presentation within a few days also. You guys can't escape and get away from none of this truth I'm talking about. I'm on your ass. And you guys go and bend the knee and apologize for bullshitting black folk, for lying to black Americans, for deceiving black Americans, and taking them and acting like we got something to do with the ancient Egyptians. Or that time period of the Egyptian dynasties and all that they achieved and built had something to do with us. It didn't. It didn't have anything to do with the Nubians either. The modern day Egyptian is the ancient Egyptian. I'm saying this shit 3 years ago during COVID. Egyptians know who they are. They still have people called Coptics speaking the closest language to what the ancient Egyptians spoke, which is Coptic. And none of them are nappy, kinky-haired black folk. I showed y'all other day the Coptic church. I showed y'all the history of the Coptics in another video. Go watch it. It's not one black Coptic speaker. It's not one kinky-haired person who speaks Coptic in Egypt. Show me some Coptics that's nappy-headed black folk speaking Coptic language. You can't? I'm shutting all this shit down. Bam! Killed it. Right? All the experts agree with Chief X. Now, we're going to end this soon. Hold on. It was something else I needed to get to. One second. Where is it at?
The most egregious and the press picked up on the quickest was this German study that took a series that did DNA analysis on a series of mummies found in an Eastern Delta site that they happened to have in the museum, because otherwise the Egyptians wouldn't have allowed this study with such a small sample and from one particular place. That's not going to tell you much of anything at all. And this German study released that the ancient Egyptians were Levantine. Well, of course, these people in the Delta, this small population in the Delta showed Levantine West Asian genetic traits and some similarities to that population, because there's always been a connection between Levantine and Egyptian peoples through the Delta, particularly the Eastern Delta. So no surprise there.
It's no surprise.
Peoples through the Delta, particularly the Eastern Delta. So no surprise there. And we're Levantine. And this German from one particular place, that's not going to tell you much of anything at all. And this German study released that the ancient Egyptians were Levantine. Well, of course, these people in the Delta, this small population in the Delta showed Levantine West Asian genetic traits and some.
Pause. Guess what a pyramid of Giza is? The Delta. So Levantine people, Mediterranean people, built that pyramid in the Delta in Cairo. Okay, let's go.
Similarities to Delta showed Levantine West Asian genetic traits and some similarities to that population, because there's always been a connection between Levantine and Egyptian peoples through the Delta, particularly the Eastern Delta. So no surprise there.
All right, family. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, Acadia, thank you, sweetie. Thank you so much. All praise is due to Acadia. Hey, Acadia. Muhammad Ali is not the greatest. You are. Thank you, sis. What you say, Dr. Banoob? Surprise, surprise. She said surprise. Which is, look here, family. Look here, family. I just wanted to make this brief video, right? She said, Katie. I just wanted to make this brief video to show you all these experts y'all had on 100% agree with me. You just heard both Carol Cooney and you heard Razib Khan piggyback off of everything I said. All my claims since 4 years ago. You guys fought me tooth and nail about Razib Khan. And me, Chevron, and Corey was the only ones supporting that. While you niggas argue. Go look at Chevron's video. Read the chat. It's a 6-hour long video. Let me show you again. Right here. The Carnivorous Podcast. Chefrine and Corey knew how to get real and honest when they heard the expert. And you guys argued. I mean, I don't know if he was arguing all the time, but this video is 6 hours long with niggas like Ankh and others arguing. Trying to knock down Razib Khan. And here Razib Khan is on you niggas' stream 2 days ago. You know why? Because the cream always rises to the top. Let me hip you in a little something else. I'm going to give anybody who's on the border or confused, I'm going to give you a tip. Take my advice or not. But come 2025, I'm going to say, I told you so. And I'm going to be playing this clip right now. What I'm saying right now, I'm going to be playing 2025. Listen to me right now. You niggas better stop right now and say, you know what? Chief X been right. I didn't understand. We apologize to Chief X. You know why? You better get a kid at the curb right now. Because when this genetic study they have, a new study that's in progress, it's been going on since 2021 and it ends in 2025. You're not going to hear nothing about it until 2025 hit, because experts and people in this field wait till the report is complete and then they put it out to the public. And well, let me show you. Just so you won't think I'm just running my mouth. Hold on, I might be putting the wrong in word. Hold on, y'all. You got to see it. Here we go. Let me share my screen. I'm telling you right now. You see this? What is Razib Khan into? Right about? Population genetics. What does it say right here? This is not his thing. This is something different. But all the experts agree. It says Pop Genetic, Ancient Egypt. Life and death in ancient Egypt computed tomographic and paleogenetic examinations for the reconstruction of living conditions, disease, and the ancestry of Egyptian mummies. Right? What does it say the project duration is? So we're clear? Project duration, just like I said, 2021 to 2025. They're working on this project right now. And in 2025, I'm going to be saying this. The cream rose to the top, like I told you. And when this study dropped, the entire Afrocentric community is going to have to shut the fuck up. Because they got the entire population of ancient Egypt in every area of Egypt and all kind of mummies with new technology. See, technology changes. Just like maybe in Dr. Diop's, in Sheikh Anta Diop's era, the genome wasn't mapped. Now the genome is mapped and we can do DNA tests and do genetic studies. Technology changes, niggas. And in 2025, when they drop this, I can't wait. It's by people, they have funding, internal funding, and it's of the URIC project. Look this shit up. The Institute for Mummy Studies. Oh, people gonna be in their feelings in 2025, and guess what? I'm patient as fuck. I'm going to keep talking my shit, and when this shit drop in 2025, I'm going to say I told you. Now, listen. In this project, we aim to investigate the population genetic history of Egypt using ancient DNA analysis. For this, Egyptian mummies and skeletal remains housed in a collection of Musea Egil of Turin in the Egyptian Museum and Papyrus collection of the whatever these words are, right? Now, these Egyptian mummy specimens, look, these specimens encompass at a time span of 5,000 years. You niggas are no longer going to be able to cry, oh, they just got a little study of a small area, and it's just, it doesn't talk about the whole area of Egypt, and it's just a certain time period. Nope. You niggas going to be crying, because these specimens encompass a time span of 5,000 years from 4,000 BC. They're going 1,000 years before Egypt was even a nation state, and have been recovered from various archaeological sites in Egypt. Thus, the data obtained by this project will for the first time, for what, Chief X? For the first time. For what, Chief X? For the first time, cover all periods of ancient Egyptian history, as well as a broad geographical context, to all specimens hide throughout sequencing methods. You niggas is in trouble. Oh, you niggas is in trouble come 2025. So I'm telling you now, if you on the side of any Afrocentric, you're going to be looking dumb as fuck come 2005. Right now, you niggas better get ahead of the curve and start saying, I've changed. Peace, George Garrison. I've changed. Chief X was right. I'm telling you right now. Then you can at least clip yourself up and say, you know what, I was ahead of the curve. You can't do one. Don't wait till 2025 hit and then you start saying it. You better start saying it right now. What you say, Darrell? Hold on. Let me come back to y'all. That study may drop early at Quiet as Kept as various studies in the overall project. You're right. I was trying to go through there and I read the doctor's name who's on the study and stuff, and I was trying to see if people have stuff out yet, but I couldn't find nothing. Maybe I didn't research or not, right? Deep enough or not. But I showed you the article. You can go read it yourself and check it out. It's 2024 springtime. We ain't got that long. Wait, what does this say? Oh, February. That's at the beginning of 2025. Tell them, Darrell. That shit might come out next month. And guess what? It's only about four people. Well, it's more than that, but it's only 3, maybe 4. I might throw. What's his dude name with pseudo killers? Sosa. I might throw Sosa in there, but Sosa they used to call King Sosa the pseudo enabler. Y'all forgot that? Because King Sosa used to enable pseudos. Remember his nickname was pseudo enabler? He's come a long way from the help of Chef Ren and Corey having balls. Then he gets some balls. But people need somebody else to have balls first, and then they start coming along. Right? But everybody else, I got you niggas on record. From Cedric Ortega, Jolanda. I got Jolanda on record saying she's a proud blackologist. I got you niggas. Everybody else I got on record. I was never bullshitting y'all. I was never lying to y'all. I was never making anything up. I was real because I care. These niggas Smash, Reggie, and all these niggas, they don't care about you learning. They don't care about you looking stupid on the world stage. This is why Razib Khan said, listen, this is Razib Khan. You got to hear this. What's the timestamp? Hold on.
Egyptians are upset that and there's like coins through her Seleucid and I mean 80% of the ancestry in the is known. This is just American yeah. I don't really care. Like if you can think whatever you want to think, like you shouldn't take it seriously, right? But then like intelligent people are taking it seriously now. Right. Well, it's like what do we do about this? So the Egyptians.
So he said intelligent people are taking it serious now. What these hoteppers are doing and how they're misinforming. So it's time to really address this shit. And making it serious now.
So it starts to like bleed into the regular discourse, and it's like
let's go. You trick stuff. You're
just making stuff up.
Yeah.
And like most people, you want to say like, oh well, they'll know the truth. Like they don't know the truth. And a lot of the Afrocentric stuff, the Hotep stuff, is starting to like bleed.
Hold on.
The Hotep stuff is starting to like bleed into the regular discourse, and it's like I don't really care. Like if like you can think whatever you want to think, like you shouldn't take it seriously, right? But then like intelligent people are taking it seriously now,
right?
So it's like what do we do about this? So the Egyptians.
So he said intelligent people are taking it seriously.
Now, what he's saying in layman's terms, let me come back to you, was damn, intelligent people see this. It's starting to bleed into regular. In other words, he said, you niggas is looking bad on the world stage. We got to correct this shit. So to intelligent people, we know better. This is why I always say, listen. I always give you this wisdom. I don't know why people feel comfortable fooling uneducated or dumb people, and they sell out because they know they have intelligent people looking at them like, y'all need to stop intentionally lying. Smash Rockwell and Reggie knows intelligent people are looking at him like this. These niggas is intentional lying. But they don't care. And it's this foolish pride. They're comfortable with fooling dumb people. While real peers of intellectual and academia is like this. You see what I'm saying? Coat life. Coat life, Rashonda. What you say, Arcadia? People have no shame, are incapable of honor. You know what? There's no way I would feel comfortable knowing that intelligent people or people with half a brain is looking at me like, you piece of shit, lying on purpose. Chief X, you lying on purpose. You just a piece of shit. Listen, family. These cats know better. But they have no problem just being a deceitful person and lying on purpose and intentionally miseducating. I couldn't feel comfortable doing that. That's why I came out. This is why I came. I was not comfortable suppressing what I knew or what was in my mind. But if you comfortable with that, that's on your ass. In 2025, you about to get blown out the water. And I wonder what the excuses are going to be in February 2025 when that new study come out. Would you say I'm biased? It's crazy. But a person like me and unbiased, not unbiased per se, but unbiased has integrity. But a person like me who's being honest as possible. I don't get paid at all for this except somebody who gave me a few super chats. But I don't get paid. It's no benefit in this. I bought his book for a reason because I was trying to see something. I don't have time to jive nobody. Sheffreen don't have time to jive nobody. Sheffreen and Corey is not comfortable lying to people. For some reason, other people are. It's just beyond me. I do not fucking get it. This is why I sit back and slap myself sometimes. I'd be like, how in the world did I get caught up believing these lying ass niggas? Ever. And this is therapy for me. I'm making up for all that bullshit I was into. So, I just wanted to make this live stream. I didn't mean it for it to be too long. I just wanted to have some fun. It's Sunday, matter of fact, it's St. Patrick's Day. You see that crock pot in the back? I got some corned beef hash in there. Been on the crock pot since noon. It'll be ready in about 3 more hours. So, on St. Patrick's Day, they're supposed to eat corned beef hash brisket or something like that with some carrots and potatoes and shit like that. They do the cabbage and shit. That's a Thanksgiving. I'm not Irish, but I'm not a killjoy either. I got some corned beef hash in there. I'm going to sit back tonight and enjoy the rest of my night. I hope Sheffreen go live. Not that I want to come on, but maybe something to listen to tonight, right? You know what I mean? And update what's been going on all week over the last few nights. Go live, Sheffrey. You know what I mean? So you say yummy, huh? Come on over, Rashonda Hayward, and have some of this corned beef hash with me, and some carrots and some cabbage. But Instead of cabbage, because I don't have no cabbage, but I do have baby cabbage, what they call what is it? What them little round balls that look like a baby cabbage? I can't. It's a cruciferous vegetable. They call it. Cabbage is a cruciferous, if I'm saying that right. Vegetable. Somebody put in the chat. Oh, what you say, Dino? Hold on. He said, "I'm not gonna lie, people to tap in the chat." Well, I always get. Let me do this because I don't want. Somebody might have some correction or might want to. Hold on. Let me copy this. Um, Hold on. Let me look at my refrigerator. Brussels sprouts. Thank you, Katie. Okay, Brussels sprouts. So instead of cabbage, I'm having Brussels sprouts. Actually, fried cabbage with meatloaf. You said, Rashonda. Okay. Okay. So I did put the link in there if somebody want to come on and add to or combat me or whatever. Let me pin the message. So I always do this at the end. She say with cornbread, huh? Acadia shrimp and egg stew today. I hear you. What you say? You eating Ola Risa Creole? Shucks, I'm eating some good Mackie Chow. I've never heard of that. I'm gonna have to look that up. But I put the link in the chat if somebody wants to come on and say something real quick or explain something or disagree with something. Hey, it's there. Mock Chew. I'm gonna have to look that up. What kind of meat is that? It's a Louisiana dish, huh? I've never heard of that. I'm going to check it. It sounds delicious. I went to Louisiana for the first time. Was it 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago. Man, I was in New Orleans. What's the name of that area where people party and hang out at? It's a little shopping area, and they got bars and where you shop at in New Orleans. Somebody put that in the chat. What's the name of the area? Man, I went on a tour of the swamps, and we fed some alligators and shit. French quarters. Yep, the French. I love the French quarters, bro. I love the French quarters. I can't wait to go back to the French quarters. Bourbon Street. Ain't that the same area? Bourbon Street, French quarters. I had a ball in Louisiana. The French Quarters is a cool place to hang out for about 3 4 days for a weekend. Yep. Oh, it's the same thing. Okay. It's a street in the French Quarters. I think he's trying to say. Yep. 24-hour bars. Yep. Yeah, the locals probably tired of it because I have some friends there. They were like, oh, whatever. Like I used to hang out at Venice Beach, but I'm like, I'm burnt down at Venice Beach. But the people out of towners love it. The people go down to Hollywood and see the Walk of Fame. I do not give a shit about no goddamn Hollywood or the Walk of Fame or none of that shit on the ground. I grew up out here. Yeah. We caught a 5-foot alligator gar yesterday in the lake at my parents' backyard. Where you at? Florida or Louisiana, Acadia? You don't do French Quarter either, huh? Okay, yeah, you tired of it. Yeah, so I don't fuck around in Hollywood. Hollywood is a weird area. That's why Polite was in Hollywood. Hollywood got the weirdos, all the homeless kids and shit. I used to work in Hollywood at a homeless shelter for kids. Yeah, all the tranny kids, the gay kids, the straight kids, all at these. Oh, you live in Louisiana, okay? So in Hollywood, you had the gay kids, the Let me say the word right. Trans kids, straight kids, and Hollywood has the highest homeless population of youth. and I used to work at a center for homeless youth in Hollywood because I was a youth counselor for 10 years, right? So people come from all over the United States as kids and runaways, and what's on their mind? They want to become an actor, they want to become famous, and they come to Hollywood thinking they're going to find something and they're going to become famous, and it never works out, and they just become homeless out there in Hollywood. Would you say Hollywood? Uh, um, uh, Hollywood and the pedophilia runs rampant there too. Oh my God, it's crazy there. So Polite was in them areas, West LA, Hollywood. That's where he hung out. That's an area fitting for his lifestyle. I told people this 10 years ago about Polite. Right? Hey, what's up, Dino?
How you doing, Chief X? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I just want to say that I've been a long time listener of yours, man. I want to say that I appreciate you for just speaking the truth and like, holding your integrity. I feel like a lot of the people that tap into the conscious community, they are trying to utilize the ignorance that's going on in the community and try to, mislead our people with a bunch of lies and stuff. And I just want to give you your props, man, for like not changing up, not switching up. I seen the debate that you had on the Sarnetta thing with this dude talking about Spain was really in Africa and all of that. And I just
Ah!
couldn't believe how that shit right there had me pissed. That shit it pissed me off.
Hey,
It pissed
Dino.
me off.
That is the exact thing I mean where someone would purposely and intentionally miseducate black folk just because they have an agenda.
Telling you. I remember one time I knew that this was going to be a problem, man. I often say this usually when I, tap in sometimes into these live streams with some of the other brothers that are trying to bring some of the consciousness or awareness to our people or whatever. And I remember one time that there was a time that the black brother Polite had a debate with that Harrenberg or whatever his name was. It was like some Jewish cat back in like 2016, I believe. And I remember coming over there, and that was the first time I met. What's his name? Ali Muhammad, and this dude was trying to give me this book like about Black Native Americans and stuff like that. They had like because I was sitting because I was there, and it was some sketchy cat that I met in Boston. So I'm originally from Boston. Then I was kind of getting into the whole Sarnetta thing, and I'm just like, okay, people at that time it was like a little paradigm shift. Everybody's trying to, get this, obtain this quote unquote hidden knowledge or whatever the case, man. And so, I was, one of the people that was gravitating toward this whole entity that was starting to spark up in the community and stuff. So I came across some individual named Amun or whatever. Um, Sketchy cap. Anyway, long story short, man, he was like, yeah, I can get you inside there and we could see the debates ourselves. So I went over there, and that was the first time I seen Ali Muhammad. And he was trying to promote the whole blacks as indigenous crap and all of that. He was trying to give me this book, but by that time, before I even got there, I already knew that shit was some made up stuff, man. I didn't think it was gonna get as prevalent, as notorious as it got today. But you know, but I remember he was trying to give me that book, and I was like, nah, bro, I ain't. Man, give me the Marcus Garvey book over there. Like that's the one that I want. I ain't trying to, listen to all that bullshit that y'all talking about. But I remember, at that time, man, just kind of seeing the brainwashing uh, charm, the capabilities that these brothers are able to, implicate, with this whole entire thing with the Sarnettas and everything. And, but anyways, I digress because I'm all over the place right now, man. But the shout out to you for just keeping your integrity, telling people about real history. These are things that we can actually look up in the books, the things that are real scholarly, things that can be, compared and you can actually go to other, people that have studied history with like their life's work and everything like that. That people that have really gone to colleges and went all over the world to really master their craft and master their knowledge or whatever, man. So I'm happy that we have somebody in the community like yourself, man, that's on that side, man, instead of trying to make up things as they go along and, and further bring our people 10 steps backwards, so shout out to you, my brother. And
I
thank you.
appreciate that. Where you from, Dino?
I'm from Boston, Massachusetts.
Okay, you're Boston cat. Are we
Yeah.
Facebook friends also?
Now, we're not, man, but I'll be more than happy to add you as a friend and link up with you and connect with you for sure.
Yeah, my page on Facebook, I go Chief X is my nickname, right? But the
Hmm.
X is for Xavier, right? People
Okay.
think it's some Nation is something, but no, my I go by Xavier, so I call myself Chief X, right? But my page is
Okay.
called Varian Xavier. Is my Facebook page. Let me just put it in the chat in
Okay.
case anybody listening want to friend me on Facebook.
Heck yeah.
Oops.
I'll definitely
Okay,
become
there.
friends with you, man.
Yeah,
Man,
Varian
listen,
Xavier is my name on Facebook. Like I have a decent,
very
nice Facebook following, right? So a lot of people like Infadishi, Ruka Rashidi used to be my friend. All these people used to be my friend. They should all come on there and try me, but they. But it's funny you mentioned Ali Muhammad. Ali Muhammad's a fraud. I met Ali Muhammad when I went to the Black Power Awards. They had in Atlanta. And
mm,
we just laughed at each other, you know what I mean? But he full of it. But the thing of it, how I'm gonna just tell you before we go though, Adino, how this
mm,
occurs, right? So, and this is nothing against Sonetta. Me and Sonetta got peace right now. I don't want no beef with Sonetta. Me and Sonetta cool. Somebody probably gonna go back and tell Sonetta, Chief X talking about you. I'm not talking about Sonetta. We on okay terms right now. You know what I mean? We cool. So, but thing is that Sonetta, when he used to be on 125th Street, he used to always be outside and do his videos outside, and that was his spot on 125th Street. So,
mm.
credentialed people and professional people don't come up to you, go around you, or get involved in that. They working and doing their thing. So, in Harlem on 125th Street is a bunch of hustlers and, 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 and sexual deviants and pimps and
Mm.
players and these people sometimes they get conscious and may get hip and slow. If somebody got something to sell you, you know what I mean? Everybody got an agenda. So it's a bunch of hustlers that gravitated to Sinetter. For
Right,
what
right,
reason?
right,
So they can be heard and seen and maybe put on his channel and sell a product and get they talk and
right.
gift of gab and do their thing. So Sinetter became a magnet for frauds. He not
Mm.
knowing they frauds, or even sometimes us listeners may not know this, but that's how it happens. Like you said, prison religion. But that's how it happened. All the frauds gravitated to Sonetta to be heard and seen. And
Right,
Sonetta is a media magnet for what we consider, for lack of a better word, this small online conscious community. So everything he put out was non-professionals and all the hustlers. You get what I'm saying?
right, right.
It's a psychology behind this whole conscious community cult. Now, I call it a cult and be clowning it, but I'm part of the conscious community too.
Hmm. Hmm.
I was,
Right, right, right,
since '92. So I'm just a person in the community who goes against the grain. You get what I'm saying?
right, right, right. I'm just like looking at this the situation, I mean, because I can understand like Sonetta, he often says, I'm just here trying to bring the information. At some point in time, man, you gotta take accountability and pay attention to like the damage that's actually being caused. Cause like, you know, I can understand what was his initial approach and his agenda, which was to, but we getting started. Oh, I'm at work and stuff. So my bad. So I can understand what was his initial approach and what he was trying to do in the beginning. But when you look today, man, you got people over here trying to um, basically deny Africa. Like that right there seems to be the trend now. You know, and I'm not saying this necessarily his fault because it's not. But at some point in time, man, you gotta like kind of look at the damage that it's causing. We got all these hustlers doing, like they can care less about, you know, trying to spawn this this paradigm shift of misinformation I mean, I've never seen a time in my life. I'm 36 years old. I've never seen a time in my life where people were, I mean, you've had people that probably did not want to be African or probably, I remember there was a time people would be like, oh, you know, um, thank God for slavery. I mean, that was probably like the worst thing that I've heard, that came out of a black person's mouth. Like, thank God for slavery. If it wasn't for slavery, we'd probably be out there hunting and doing this, that, and the third, based off of some ignorance or whatever. But now, it's like people are using, inaccurate information and disguising it as a form of consciousness. And now they're using that to kind of validate their reason as to why they don't believe that they're African in the first place, you know? And I mean, but anyways, um, like I said, nothing against Saw Another Man, but I just got mad love for you for like just not being one of those cats, man, that would see a trend and be like, oh, I see
We
that
did.
I can get a few dollars over here, and I can, I can. Oh, go ahead, brother. Go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say we just need to do better, huh?
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. You
Yeah.
know.
Hey y'all, I put my Cash App up there. If anything I said was enlightening to you over the years, it was helpful on your journey or whatever, feel free to cash me $5, $10, $100, whatever. Feel
Mm.
free to Cash App Chief X, man. I don't always put my Cash App up here, but if anybody's appreciative and say, hey, I mean, look, this is what I'm saying. We've had people been on this discussion hardcore every day or every other day for the last 3.5 years. Hard. Niggas been getting cash apps off this conversation all over the goddamn place. People owe me some cash apps for giving all y'all content, hard content for 3 years. I've been giving you niggas content for 3 years. You've been keeping cash app off. Send that money to the Godfather.
Man, I'll send you a little something, man. No bull. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you
See,
for
I'm
sure.
not picky. People can send me $1. I'm grateful.
Mm.
I can buy lunch with $1. If you add three people, $3, I might give me a McDonald's Happy Meal. You understand me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So man,
Oh,
would you say their subs went up with everything? Unbiased. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro. Listen here. They've had talks on Sadnetter's channel regarding these topics I brought up. 20,000 views. Sadnetter owe me some cash app. Let me call this nigga and tell him he owe me some goddamn money. And people have been paying Reggie, they call him Cash App Reggie, dollars for misinformation. And look at me like, fuck that nigga Chief X. Are you guys kidding me in this community? That's all, Dino. You got anything else you want to
yeah.
add before I get out of here?
Yeah, I was gonna say, man. That there's a couple of brothers, man, that are that are honest and are really great at. I don't want to even want to say the word debating or whatever, man, but like um, just just being really real scholarly. Like I don't know if you heard of a brother named Pan African Strikes Back, the dude
Yes.
Brandon, and Search for Uhuru.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm subscribed to both of them.
yeah, man, because I really think honestly, the same way you got all these weird the more this and the way that they're trying to team up and mislead people. I just kind of feel like the brothers that that really hold true to like the real information that don't want to embarrass our ancestors. I feel like y'all brothers should definitely come together as well and just kind of build, and obviously it's not about no competition, man, but it's like I feel like our people right now, we need people such as you, we need brothers such as yourself. I feel like the time is really crucial. So
Man, look here,
just have you ever thought
Dino.
about that? Yeah. Hmm.
Dino, bro. Listen here, Dino. I've been trying to get a team together so we can combat this shit for so much. But people had over the years was scared to connect with me because I'm a person who's like was canceled. You know what I mean? So if you get
Mm.
next to Chief X, you damn near gonna get canceled. People even fell out for people connected with me. So a lot of people would be scared. Maybe I'm too
Mm.
raw. I don't get it, man. But people have been scared to connect, man, and it's
Man, I
wild.
rock
I
with
mean,
you.
people are what it is. I used to say this years ago. People are scared of their social media friends.
Mm, mm, yeah,
That's what it is, man.
yeah, man. I feel like there's still hope though, because I mean, you know, man, like I said, I've been a listener of yours for a long time. I remember when there was one presentation that you had talking about like melanin and oh, matter of fact, even deeper, you was talking about like the indigenous people of like Brazil and South America, like they look like, you know, obviously the real Native Americans, and they're still in unhabitat, you know, lands that haven't been like, you know, sabotaged by city building and anything like that or whatever. And they still look like how they would describe quote unquote copper colored and everything like that, but they still have their original phenotype. And
Yep.
you know, and it's I mean, for me, that makes me like really happy that like for the fact that you actually went that deep. And I feel like the people that be trying to push this whole Aboriginal narrative and you know the pseudo stuff or whatever, man, they purposely try to bypass this and ignore this or whatever because, like you said, it's all a game. You know, it's all about swindling people, trying to basically they're trying to create a religious cult. You know what I'm saying?
So
At
my
the
claim
time.
was, Dino. Yeah. So
Mhm,
my
what's up?
claim was, I'm just piggybacking off what you just said. My claim was there were no kinky hair. There was no black folk in the entire Western Hemisphere prior to Columbus or prior to 1492.
I
That's
believe
my
it.
name. There was none. So I said the reason why you know this is because they have Brazil is huge. So they have uncontacted tribes all through Brazil that people have discovered, and these people are the ancient people who have been there for thousands of years. These are the same people who crossed the Bering Straits and ended up in Brazil. And you will never have seen a nappy, kinky head person come up out that Amazon jungle in Brazil
Right,
because we weren't there ever.
right,
That's how you know.
right. And it makes sense. It makes total sense. It makes sense.
I hit
You
them with
know,
that logic. They didn't know how to act.
you know. I think nowadays now they be trying to oh man because I've been seeing some of the misinformation that they're trying to do now. Like they're trying to actually take certain things that actually came from action from Africa and like and they remix it, try to respin it. Like some people have actually went as far as to saying Yoruba and certain things that are currently located in Nigeria today, presently. Some of them are trying to say that voodoo's really an indigenous this and I don't know what's this obsession with pyramids. It's like, goddamn, is that the only thing black people made? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so you can already tell by the talking points that, you know, it's all about, you know, just trying to regurgitate a fallacy, man. You know what I'm saying? Or some, you know, damn, I got somebody trying to call me. Let me do this real quick. But yeah, so can you hear me, sir? Oh yeah, now I
Yeah,
kind
I
of
can
got
hear you.
disconnected because somebody tried to call me on the WhatsApp or whatever. But yeah, man, but like now it's you know like it's gotten so bad and it's like a virus now because it's like here I am I'm a you know I'm not you know I'm a nobody but like when you come across black people now it's like you don't even know what's gonna come out their mouths. You don't even know if they were just you know, on YouTube for the last couple of hours, and they done changed their identity in the last 30 minutes, talking about we the original this or we really this and that or whatever. Like it's really bad out here right now, you know. And I actually got a story, man. I actually back in the days, man. I actually had somebody. It was a black dude, crispy as hell, man. Blacker than Wesley Snipes, man. Talking about he's a Native American and all of that, man. And I was like, nah, bro, you African, man. This dude pulled a knife out on me, brother.
Oh
You know,
shit.
I'm dead serious. And I had to be trying to get away. I had to pretend like I had something in my waist or whatever, and then, got up out of there. It
And
sounds like
sometimes you gotta bluff them.
yeah, I had to bluff him real quick. You know, but like, even though it's a funny little story, but like, this is something that really took place all because of an identity crisis, you
Exactly because
know,
of my identity crisis.
you know. So yeah, man. But my brother, I'm gonna have to let you go. I just wanted to give you your props, man, and wanted to say tell you much love, man, and thank you so much, man, and keep up the great work. Not the good
Hey man,
work,
I
the
really
great work,
appreciate
my
it.
brother.
I thank you, man. I appreciate your words, man, and you enjoy your evening. And come
Yes,
back
sir.
again. I may go live tomorrow because this is a topic I want to talk on. But yeah, hit the notification bell so you get notifications.
For sure. You got that. All right, my brother.
Yes,
Stay
sir.
blessed.
All right, peace
All
out.
right. Peace.
Well, all right. So yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. Appreciate y'all for listening to Crazy Old Chief X, and you know, I've always been a one man show, and it's okay. You know what I mean? This is a people. What do people say? Um, I'm no s- I'm no scholar. I'm no enthusiast. I'm not an enthusiast. This is just a hobby, and me having fun and shits and giggles. And history and science is just something I'm interested in, and something I like to read about and watch on YouTube and shit like that. I'm just your brother. I ain't got no agenda. This is history is just an interesting topic to me. You know what I mean? And that's it. I mean, it's no more than people making all these claims of who they are and who. I mean, come on, y'all. We're just people who have a hobby and we like to have discussions and talk about history. That's it. All right, y'all, I'm out.